Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score! Try kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In in, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In, and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post,
Right kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First right kick goes in.
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First right kick goes in.
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First right kick goes in.
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First right kick goes in.
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First right kick goes in.
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
First right kick goes in.
Taken away on a stretcher. Shot score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, Barrington, no! Rebound! Score!
The handball shot off the post. Score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot. Score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
A pleasant, good, and delayed evening here from the Abbey at Portsmouth as we welcome you inside Fans Only Sports Network broadcast booth, and it's a delayed evening as this one should have been
An 8 p.m. face-off. And instead we're sitting here looking at more of around about an 8:32 p.m. face-off. The Barrington girls playing in advance of this game before against LaSalle. And that game took a lot of time to it.
So we start here. Barrington Eagles in the yellow. Bishop Hendricken Hawks. For the first time this season, we see the Hawks in the green as they were up in Lake Placid playing the Northwood tournament. Matt Gillis with you here on the broadcast booth this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in wherever you might be around the Ocean State, around the region, around the world on Fans Only Sports Network. And today's first period is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlamy.com for more information, or by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. Be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com today. Third icing already in the first 30 seconds of this game. And it brings the puck all the way down in front of the net, occupied by Colin Murray, the goaltender for Bishop Hendricken tonight. As Murray, quick shot and a quick save on the draw play. On the opposite side, it's Dominic Bruzzi, the sophomore, for the Barrington Eagles. Face-off that can be won. Owen Carter for Hendricken as it's kicked around the outside for the 14 of Jack LaRose. LaRose trying to go in. That one's going to be pushed away by Cody Wood. Wood's going to cycle that one around the backside boards for Henry Kelsey. As it comes back around, Barrington trying to exit the zone. They're going to get it pushed across the blue line. Sticks a little too far. LaRose picks that one up again. Cross pass to Chris Hughes. Hughes drags this one in. Shot attempt that came off of the stick of the 27 of Caleri. So both sides getting one shot on net here in this first stanza. Back for Owen Carter. Carter cycles that one around as he looks for the 15 of Gristlis. Back up along the blue line. LaRose tried to push it. Could not get it past Trent Sen. Sen carries that one for Connor Hayes on the opposite side as Hayes gets run into the boards hard along the far side. And I think that was Andrew Smith over there. It was the four of Andrew Smith. Smith tries to take this one behind his net. Challenged there by John O'Connell. Smith's able to get it out. Horseshoes all the way around. Comes down the side in Ferreira. Ferreira picks that one up. Had it steam the other way and a great save. Huge shot that came from the 9 of Will Kavanaugh and a big save from Bruzzi. 13 left to go here in the first. Right in front and an opportunity again for Nick Regine. And that one got kicked aside by Bruzzi. Popped up in the corner by Hayes. In again, and Bruzzi, another huge save. From right in front of him, Ferreira trying to pepper the net. First time this season that we've seen the Bishop Hendricken Hawks. Second time seeing Barrington. They had a opening game of the season against North Kingstown. Potted a good one here at the Abbey. They went away with a 6-0 victory. We'll see Hendricken back-to-back nights as they'll be at Adelaide tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern face-off time against Mount St. Charles, another edition of the rivalry game between the Mounties and the Hawks. This one gets picked up along the backside boards, moved forward for Carrera. Carrera gets that one across, looking for the 6 of Giuliano. Giuliano sends that one in, and another save from Bruzy. Blue line carried through the neutral zone. Good opportunity spot for the 22 of Trevor Snow. He dumps that one down, dump and chases. The Eagles go for a line change. Hawks will try to work this one back. Craftfully picked up in the backside zone by Wood. Forward for the 15 of Sen, as Sen popped that one, looking at for Kelsey. Kicked all the way down off the stick of Kelsey, and it shepherded Colin Murray. Big shoes to fill, replacing Drew Carr in net for the Hawks. As they whistle and a stoppage of play, and we're going to get a face-off down in the circle in front of Bruzy. There's 11 left to go here in the first. One to the back corner by the Hawks. They kick that one up the sideboard. Grislis tries to get that one down in front, looking for Marshall. Marshall around the back side, and that one somehow snuck out, and it's underneath the edge of the leg pad. And another block by Dominic Bruzy. For the 15 of Grislis. Grislis through traffic. That one set up. Bruzy 1-2 kick saves. After the shot from Grislis, right in front was Luca Basha. And that could have been dangerous for Barrington, but the sophomore goaltender Dominic Bruzy is putting on a show tonight. On the side of it. Moved through the neutral zone, trying to get one was Regine. Regine got his stick held up a little. Hard shot that came off with the 15 of Grislis. Hendricken a little more dominant in shots on goal through the first half of this period. But still standing a 0-0 scoreline. Drop back pass there for Kavanaugh. Shot and another kick save. Spinning puck right in front. Will be pulled away, carried out of the zone by the 27 of Hayes. Hayes dumping chases. They go for a line change. They've got the 2 of Wood on the ice alongside the 8 of Eric Hall. Through the zone, Ferreira. Ferreira gets rubbed out of the play smartly and carefully there by Ben LeBreche. Trying to go the other way and getting tripped through the neutral zone. The arm goes up. Adam Gorman had a run along the side boards in front of the Hendricken bench. And they're going to get the tripping call. And to the sin bin will go the 6 of Matt Giuliano. 2 minutes for tripping. And the Eagles are going to have the first power play of the evening. Five on 4 for 2 minutes with 9:20 left to go here in the first period. Back of the blue line, Hall keeps that one in. Sends it down in the corner looking for Gorman. Gorman tries to go up along the sideboard. Smith's going to hit that one all the way back through. Here's a shorthanded opportunity. He's trying to push it all the way down the zone. Was Nardelli. Steve Nardelli wraps around the backside. Nardelli gets held up there a little bit by the 27 of Hayes. Hayes was able to pull it away, gets that one forward for his teammate Trevor Snow. Snow all the way down, and icing will be the call. As we mentioned, a slew of games to come tomorrow, plus Saturday and Sunday as well. As always, go to Fans Only Sports. It's Fans Only, sportz.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever social media you might have, at FOSPORTZ. Panzoli Sports Network is your home for Rhode Island high school hockey through the 22-23 season. And as we approach the winter break from school, it does not break hockey. We'll be here through all of the Holiday Classic tournaments. Tournament packaging coming up very soon. And check out fansonlysports.com and follow your team through the Holiday Classic tournaments. Off the side boards from the 20 of Kelsey, trying to move it through in the final 57 seconds of the power play. It's carried craftily by Chase Watts. Watts into the zone, stopped. Watts tried to flip one, and it gets poked up into the air by Kelsey and snagged out by Murray. Sir, you guys are right in front of a live television camera. Around the backside boards as it horseshoes out to the blue line. Hall kept that one in. Into the corner for LaBreche. LaBreche tried to pin it out. Came right in front. An opportunity there for Gorman. And it went off of the face mask of Murray. All the way down on a deflection play. No icing, as they're still on the power play for another 10 seconds. 7 and change left to go here in the first period. Hard shot to the backside boards from Snow. Came right back out in front. May have gotten a piece of the post as it bounces out for LaBreche. For Eric Hall. Hall kept that one through. Into the neutral zone. LaBreche had a stick on it, kicked away by Murray. Pinned on the backside boards. Penalty is expired. We're back to 5-a-side hockey as we play along. 7 left to go here in the first period. No score from either side. And a pretty balanced shots on goal at 10-7 right now, leaning a little bit to the Hawks. Regine. Back corner. As he pulls that one out, came right back out in front. Center Kavanaugh had an opportunity for it. That one hit traffic in front. Hard shot from the 24 of Penachini, and it hit the waffle board of Bruzy. Bouncing puck back for Grizzlies. Line change for the Eagles. Hawks continue forward. Battle at the blue line, 15 versus 15 as Trent Sen tried to go against Blake Grizzlies. Grizzlies came to the better of that one. Popped right out in front on Bruzy's pad as it came deep from the edge from Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh trying to stick himself right in front of the net. Christian Vieira blocks that one away. Quickly carried the other direction. Watts dumps that one back to the blue line, and it's sent past on the backside boards by Vieira. All the way down, and will be kicked aside off of the knee pad of Bruzy. And Hendricken will have to settle this one back in their defensive zone. Barrington makes a line change again. Picked up by the 14 of LaRose. Jack LaRose, as the linesman, lost an edge and took a tumble. Not something you see happen too often. And this one's carried forward and shot from the blue line area. The 22 of Trevor Snow, and it's popped by Murray into the netting. We'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off to the left of Murray. 5 and change remaining. False start on the face-off, so we'll go back and do it again. Tonight's first period on Fans Only Sports Network brought to you by Joseph Lamy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlamy.com for more information, and by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports for athletes looking to play college athletics. Be seen, be a part of RREliteRecruits.com. Right in front, and an opportunity there for the 6 of Gorman, and it's blocked in traffic. Pinned to the corner. Hendricken trying to see if they can exit the zone. They're going to get one onto the stick of the 26 of Nardelli. Steven Nardelli runs away. Nardelli kicks save Bruzy. Around the backside board. Comes back up top at the point from Carter. Oh, and Carter right in front. Where is it? It's underneath Bruzy's chest. Now we're going to get a whistle from the referee and fisticuffs after, and Stephen Bruzy. Dominic Bruzy, my apologies. Stephen Nardelli was all on top of that one, and Dominic Bruzy absolutely being ridiculous in net in this first period. Did Hendricken just call timeout? No. Hendricken's goalkeeper, Colin Murray, just adjusting, trying to fix something with his pads. So that was an official's timeout. While Murray fixed an issue with his pads. Back underway is here we go. Here with the 10 of Tucker Squires. Squires 10 versus 10 as Squires got chased by Ferreira. And Ferreira wins the better of that one as he forces Squires to the end boards. Picked up by Regine. Nick Regine comes through. Drop back pass. Shot. And another kick save as Regine tried to send one forward for Ferreira. And Bruzy came up big in that one. Well, they came out in game one as the arm is going to go up. We're going to get a delayed penalty here. It's going to be against Barrington for tripping, and we'll now finally get the whistle. We came out in game one, and we saw Barrington against North Kingstown pot a 6-0 victory. And against the team new to Division I, having never played against Barrington, you sort of wondered what to expect. So you kind of keep question marks standing when you get a game like this. But then you come into this game against Bishop Hendricken, the defending state champs. The legacy of Hendricken, always a good team every single year. And then you have to wonder, how are you going to play? And so far, through almost the first 15 minutes, as we sit with 3 and change left to go here in the first, they have boxed toe-to-toe, pound for pound, punch for punch with the big dogs. Bruzy, another save that made there as he kicked that one as it came flying from Smith on the backside line as he works along with the 20 of Owen Carter inside, and the attempt there from Regine went wide. Off of the back boards. Out once again for Carter. From the point, redirected there by Regine after the attempt from Smith. And it's blocked away. 1:20 left to go in the advantage. 3 left to go here in the first period. Smith again back at the blue line. Sent that one, may have gotten a piece going away of the stick on the 22 of Nate Marshall. And all the way down. Halfway through this penalty. 1 left to go. 2:40 in the period as it's re-entered by Will Cavanaugh into the zone. For Ferreira. Ferreira on the backside! And nothing called as getting dumped down in the corner was Ferreira. Cavanaugh. Back again at the point. Grizzlies in front. Another kick saving from the opposite direction. 2 attempts right away from the 24 of Penacchini. And 2 huge saves from Bruzy. Hendricken is pouring it on in shots on goal. And Bruzy is just absolutely stoning everything that comes at him. .29 seconds remaining in the advantage. 2 left to go here in the first period. Into the corner for Penachini. Back up top, Grislis. Cycled around once again, Kavanaugh. Back again as they go in the opposite corner. Grislis from top. Held by Kavanaugh. Penalties expired. Back to 5 aside. Eagles got to be careful here. They're going to catch Hendricken out. Here he goes. 1v1. Murray makes the save as Kelsey had it all alone to take down. On the backside, doorstep score. They're going to say no goal. High stick. He was above the waist. Carrera, I think, may have gotten the last touch, or my apologies, it may have been Ferreira, my apologies, the 10. Got the touch, and they're going to wave it off. They're going to say high stick. So we play on through the final minute to go here in the first period, as no score will be on the board, even though that one hit the backside of the net. And the Hawks are going to try to go again. Luca Basha. Basha around the backside boards. That one's going to be corralled and moved along by O'Connell. O'Connell through the neutral zone for Vieira. Vieira gets run into the sideboard, so too does the 27 of Connor Hayes. It's the 11 of Cole Vieira. Not to be confused with the 21 of Christian Vieira. For Smith. Smith fires one. That one hit the inside of the post. Yes, goal. No questions about that one, as Andrew Smith has knotted the first Rhode Island goal of the season for the Hawks, as they're on the board 1-0. On the backside, defensively now for the Hawks, Penachini loops it around, tips off of the stick of the 27 of Carly. Caleri, my apologies, I'm going to have to get used to that name as we go through the season. In on Murray. Murray shepherds that one aside for Devin Exer. And Exter will hold it along the sideboards as we hit the end of the first period of play. Well, it is 1-0 after 1. And we'll take a very quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
We welcome you back, and we get set for a second period of action. Hendricken Hawks do lead this one 1-0 after the goal from Andrew Smith. Banged it off of the post with about 25 seconds or so left to play in the first period after we had a waved off goal due to a high stick. So we're set for the second period, and we drop the puck, and we're underway. Tonight's second period is brought to you by Joseph Lamy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlamy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits. Penalty box is empty. We play 5 aside here in the second as Smith takes this one in the neutral zone. Backtracking for it. Smith, errant pass there for Gorman. Gorman sends that one all the way down, looking for LeBreche on the backside boards. LeBreche gets run into by Regine, and Regine comes away with it, trying to move defensively. They go behind Murray, and then they'll exit it out with Penachini. Penachini cycles that one around the backside. Lost a handle on it, and it gets pushed by the 22 of Snow back into Murray, and he'll shepherd that one aside into the corner. Out of the neutral zone, as Regine sends that one all the way down. Dumpin chases. Hendricken goes on a line change. Gets picked up. Sweeping across backside door, and an open opportunity there could not be put home by Marshall. Nate Marshall as he moves that one up along the side boards. Marshall got pinned into the boards. Or no, my apologies. It's the 27 of Caleri. On the far side. Owen Carter. Past Carter for Grislis. Off of Hughes as Hughes corrals it forward for Caleri. Back around again as that one is kicked away by Bruzy on the opportunity that came from the blue line from Grislis. As this will go all the way down, an icing will be the call and stop play with 13 left to go here in the second. Around the Ocean State tomorrow, as we talked about, a bevy of games will be 3:15 in the afternoon. Early afternoon face-off from Smithfield Municipal Ice Rink as the Smithfield Sentinels take on Pontiac Chieftains. West Warwick Civic Center, 5 p.m. tomorrow night. East Greenwich against these Barrington Eagles. So we'll see the Barrington Eagles tomorrow night again as well. Brady Kudo will have that call tomorrow. And then we'll close off the night. Burrowville Broncos, North Kingstown Skippers, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Moses Brown and Prout at 9, and then the big game, Mount St. Charles, Bishop Hendricken, 9 p.m. tomorrow night. That's all the games for Friday night right here on Fans Only Sports Network, your home for Rhode Island High School hockey. We'll be back here at the Abbey. We'll be at Lynch, actually. I almost wanted to say we'll be back here at the Abbey on Saturday. We'll be at Lynch Ice Arena Saturday night as the Barrington Eagles take on Falmouth in a non-league matchup. Save made by Murray. We'll bring the face-off down to his right. Kicked around the backside boards by Smith, trying to exit the zone, gets pinned in the side. Carmone trying to move it for the Eagles. To the opposite side corner, instead looking for Hayes. Hayes kicked that one back up the boards for Vieira. Christian Vieira, as he tries to push against Nick Regine. Vieira and Regine continue to battle for it. Ferreira is in the mix there for Hendricken. Smith actually ends up being the one that comes away with it. So it comes back for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will carry it up along the near side boards below our broadcast position. 9 against 9 as Kavanaugh overlaps Carmone. Hit along the backside of the net. Did actually not even get to the 30 of Bruzy, and a whistle and a stoppage of play. And offside. We'll bring the puck down in front of Bruzy. Face-off that can be won by the Hawks. Kicked all the way around back to the blue line area. Hard shot. Bruzy makes the save as it went flying saucer style from Owen Carter. Eagles trying to exit the zone, getting one forward onto the stick of Lebrecht. Lebrecht carries that one. Lebrecht has to try to go toe-to-toe against the 18 of Hughes. Back in front for Lebrecht. That one skipped past him, went for Hughes. Gets caught up in the body of Gorman. Gorman tries to send it backwards. This time it'll get flipped up out of the zone by Grizzlis. Grizzlis gets that one forward. Tic-tac-toe pass round the outside. No goal called. They'll go back and look at that one for sure, as that was a rifle shot from Blake Grizzlis that hit probably all three posts. Might be the definition of challenge. Grizzlis from the backside. Forward for Basha. Basha gets that one to Nardelli. Nardelli pinned up along the backside boards. Puck pops free. Comes back for Trent Sen. Sen lost a handle on it. Will get picked up by Marshall. Marshall's going to go to the bench. Out from the bench comes Penachini. Penachini dispossessed of it by Wood. Wood, as he gets that one forward into the neutral zone. Smith will take that one over. Hendricken will try to settle. Smith, Penachini. Taken over by Watts. Watts dumped down into the backside of the zone. Smith was there first. Looping puck, horseshoes all the way out for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh on a drop back, trying to toe drag one was Pereira, and he got over skated. Opposite side for the 24 of Penachini as he fired that one from the blue line. Hit the stanchion as the puck then pops around, and I think it's actually on top of the net. It is. We'll get a stoppage of play. Well, Hendricken dangerously close to making this a 2-0 game. As they had one ring all sides. And they whistle and they stop it to play again very quickly. Face off. Picked up. Shot up high over top. It's the 27 of Carl Caleri. That is going to be... well, I'm going to get that one before tomorrow night. I'm sure of it. I'll be saying it all day tomorrow. My apologies to the Caleri family. That is not normal of me to have trouble pronouncing a player's name. Through the neutral zone for the Hawks. Along the side boards, opportunity in front there for LaRose. LaRose couldn't get it as it came off of Caleri. Hard shot from the blue line and another save made. Another good shot from Caleri. Peppered in front as that one came off of the 18 of Hughes in a stoppage of play as it's smothered by Bruzy. 7.5 left to go here in the second, so just about halfway, a little over the halfway mark by seconds of this second period and of the game itself. 1-0 Bishop Hendricken on the goal from Andrew Smith. Back a shade before the end of the first period of play, about 27 seconds before the end of the first period of play. They've had opportunities, and this one's going to get in. Carrera will hit the back side of the net, and James Carrera will make it 2-0. And they want the puck. Most likely for the sophomore. That may have been Carrera's first high school goal. We'll confirm with Mike Sosha after the game. As a shot came from the 22 of Trevor Snow back up over top. So Smith in the first, Carrera in the second. Huge hit between Smith and the 2 of Cody Wood. Arm goes up from the referee. And are we going to get 1 or 2? They're going to give Andrew Smith a minor for roughing for an open ice hit on Cody Wood. And Smith, as he was skating over to the box with his arms up going, come on, are you kidding me? And for all intent and purpose, I'm going to sort of agree with Andrew Smith on that one. That looked like just a good old-fashioned hockey hit. 2 minutes on the board. Eagles go on the power play with 7 left to go here in the second period. Kelsey. Blue line for Hall. In front, trying to spin one was Watts. And he went up over top of it. Comes all the way back. Hall in the neutral zone. Forward for the 15 of Sen. Bounces off of a stanchion on the glass. Come all the way back. The old school style glass here in Portsmouth Abbey with the stanchions all around. A lot of the rinks we see nowadays, you just see the seamless glass. Old-fashioned style here in the Abbey. This one's going to come all the way down. Chasing it is Hall. Chasing it for Hendricken was the 26th of Nardelli right in front. And that one ended up getting kicked aside. Dangerous play and an almost shorthanded opportunity there for the Hawks. 40 seconds remaining in the advantage. 5 and change left to go here in the period. Trying to hold on to it at the blue line. Setting one in is Carrera. They lost an edge and went down. Dirty ice to play on in the last 5.5 here, as we only get a resurface in between the second and third period. So a lot of shaved up snow sitting on this ice right now. Carrera switches sides, backhanded shot, and that one went just wide. Corner play for the Hawks to try to be able to bring this one out. Final 5 seconds of the advantage. Door is open, box is empty, penalty expired. We're back to 5-a-side hockey. Gorman trying to pull that one out of the corner. Instead, it's pulled away by Hendricken, carried out of the zone. Nardelli, forward play, looking there for Kavanaugh, got a little bit past him. Kavanaugh will pick it up as it bounces around on the backside boards. Came off of the body of the 22 of Snow. LeBrecht will move this one forward into the neutral zone. LeBrecht lost an edge right in front of the Hendricken bench. Got a knee full of snow to go with it. Trying to loop and drag one shot, score. Tic-tac-toe play as it went from Carrera to Kavanaugh. And then it's put into the back side of the net by the 19 of Nick Regine. And it's 3-0. 3 Well, the Hawks have certainly established where they want to go with this game. 2 in the period now, as Murray is going to snag that one out of the air on an opportunity, and some fisticuffs after the play. Quick line change for the Hawks as Smith skates off, so too does Carter. .4:13 left to go in the period. We'll get the longer intermission with the ice resurface after the conclusion of this period before we play the third, as that one's going to pop right in front of Murray, and he's going to make the save as it was flicked from Sen on the backhanded attempt. And it's virtually double up in shots on goal. As Hendricken sits at 28, Barrington 14, but the bigger line is the score line, 3-0. As the Hawks lead. 1 goal in the first, 2 here in the second. And for all intent and purpose, after having not seen the Hawks play this weekend, obviously they were up in Lake Placid. This is their first Rhode Island game of the season. I think after we go through this game tonight and then the Mount St. Charles game tomorrow, we'll have a better handle on where the defending state champs lie. But from what I've seen so far in the first almost 30 minutes of play, when the power rankings come out next Monday, and Cam Martin might disagree with me on this right now if he's watching the game, Hendricken might be number 1 on our first power rankings of the year. To the box is going to go the 15 of Blake Grislis, 2 minutes for roughing, with 3 and change left to go here in the period. Carried. Marshall down into the zone. Dumped it around the back side of Bruzy. Pops off the sideboards. Came back out in front, and that one was rolled by Basha. And Bruzy has to hold on to it. Faceoff that can be won by the Hawks as it's kicked back in by Penacchini. Right in front, an opportunity that went off of the stick of Caleri. And the Hawks continue this one all the way down. Smith. Down the corner again for Caleri. Off of his stick as he left it for Hughes. Hughes sends that one down for LaRose. Jack LaRose. Back to Caleri. Caleri slotted one right through the center. Hughes couldn't turn around on it. LaRose tried to pick that one up off the backside boards. Instead, it comes all the way out for the 22 of Snow. Snow as he fishes that one along for LaBreche. LaBreche sends it all the way down. Dump and chase for the Eagles as they go for a line change. 2 left to go here in the second period of play as LaBreche gets sent down to the ice from Giuliano. Splitting one as it went wide to the side as Grislis had an opportunity. Or no, my apologies, it was the 19 of Regine. Kavanaugh. In the corner. All the way back out for Giuliano. Fired one, and that one hit the roof. Roof hit number 1 on the season here at the Abbey. As the Fans Only Sports Network roof count tap total is now up to 7 on the season. Owen Carter in front, and an opportunity that gets snagged by Murray is peppering the doorstep was Henry Kelsey. And the net off of its moorings will stop play with 1:04. Face off to come to the right side of Murray. And whistles from the referees, and they're going to tell the players on the backside there, notably the 3 of LeBrecht and the 4 of Smith, to cut it out. Huge hit along the boards there as Regine runs into LeBrecht. Behind the cage in the final minute to play here in the second period. Hawks put 2 on the board in this period, stretched the lead to 3-0. Popped back out to the blue line. With a head of steam goes Kavanaugh in the final 40 seconds. He's got Regine with him. Kavanaugh pops the water bottle. Will Kavanaugh! Exclamation point on the period as he pops the water bottle off. And it's 4-0 Hendricken. And that one may very well end up as a highlight reel on FO Sports later tonight and RI.hockey is that one. Always love it when we see the water bottle pop. If you're not following the Fans Only Sports Network hockey Instagram, you're going to want to do that as well. Just go to Instagram and then follow RI.hockey, and you can catch all of our highlights, behind the scenes, power rankings, information, this and that, as we go through the 22-23 Rhode Island High School hockey season. As here's another opportunity that came off of Caleri with 9 seconds left to go in the period. Thanks to the hundreds of people who have joined in the last couple of days, as we saw that Instagram go almost to the 1K mark in the last week alone. This is going to take us to the end of the second period of play, as this one's going to wrap around the backside boards and the clock will sound. Hawks get a 3 in the second period. It's 4-0 after 2. We'll take the intermission break as they'll resurface the ice before the third. You're watching Rhode Island High School hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick. Goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Justin fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score!
Cornell down the field, end zone. That is a touchdown.
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
As we welcome you back inside the Abbey here at Portsmouth Abbey High School. And it is time for the third period as the Bishop Hendricken Hawks lead this one 4-0. A trio of goals in the second period sent this game from 1-0 to 4-0. And in this set of that trio of goals, James Carrera, the sophomore, number 11, his first career high school goal. And if you're going to believe this one, the blue line defenseman Andrew Smith, number 4, a junior, that was his first career high school goal as well. So Smith and Carrera both pick up their first career high school goals. And that trio potted in the second period by the Hawks to make it 4-0. Matt Gillis with you here on Fans Only Sports Network. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Wherever you might be around the ocean, state, around the country, around the world, we appreciate and we're privileged to have you with us as we journey through this 22-23 high school season. Tonight's third period is brought to you by Joseph Lammy, attorney at law, 696 Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Visit josephlammy.com for more information. And by RR Elite Recruits with access to 3,000 schools, 80,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RREliteRecruits.com today. Front end of a back-to-back weekend for both of these sides. Eagles will be at West Warwick Civic Center tomorrow night against the East Greenwich Avengers. Hawks will be at Adelard Arena. Another edition of the rivalry game as they take on the Mount St. Charles Mounties. And you can catch both of those games right here on fansonlysports.com as you can throughout the 22-23 high school season. Catch all Division I games right here on fansonlysports.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever social media you might have at FOSPORTZ. Follow our hockey Instagram at RI.hockey. This one's going to go along the backside boards for Jack LaRose. LaRose horseshoes that one around for Hughes. Hughes couldn't get out of the zone. Gets bounced around off of multiple people, hits up the body of Cody Wood, and pushed into the back corner again as Barrington tries to hold the zone. It's going to slot all the way out to the neutral zone for the aforementioned Wood as he throws that one back in up over top of the 14 of Ryan Clausen. Off the opposite 14, Jack LaRose tic-tac-toe play as it went down into the corner for Caleri and then came back out and tried to be put behind Pennicchini. Cross for Exter. Exter sends this one all the way down. Wood had it, worked it along the side with the aid of Hall. Carrera in the corner for the Hawks, shepherded around the backside. A hit on the back boards as Carenti ran into a couple of different Eagles players, and Carenti goes in the corner again from behind. Carenti just absolutely flattened Tucker Squires, and now fisticuffs break out, and we'll see how much goes up on the boards after this one. Carenti may very well be gone. Tucker Squires to the box, Hayden Carenti to the box, so he is not gone. Well, the referees are going to have a discussion on this one, and we may see a double end two. Yeah, and it's going to be for a cross-checking and a roughing call on Carenti, and then a roughing call on Squires. So it should be 4 for Carenti, 2 for Squires. No signal for a misconduct. No, and there is a misconduct. So Carenti, they're opening the box back up. It looks like Hendricken's going to have to put a second player into the box. So they're going to put the 19 of Nick Regine into the box. And he will serve the 2-minute minor for roughing, and then it's going to be two minutes to Squires for roughing. So Barrington's going to get a power play out of this one. 5-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Off the side boards, hits a stanchion. This one's going to go all the way out through the neutral zone. Picked up by Basha. Basha fires one. That one goes off of the side of the shoulder of Bruzy. Carried through the neutral zone craftfully by Hayes. Hayes bumped that one back for Gorman. Comes back to Gorman again as it's slotted in from Eric Hall. Hall's going to have to chase this one back. Barrington fans a little bit of consternation as they're on a power play right now, at least for the next minute 11. That one goes right across the mouth of the goal, and it hits off of the side of the pads of Murray. Coming all the way back is LaRose. Jack LaRose trying to see if he can get a shorty. And LaRose lost a little bit of a handle on that one. Good defensive play there by Ben Labreche. Giuliano for LaRose. LaRose will be bodied out of that play by Kelsey. For Kelsey as he carries this one forward off with a stick of the 15 of Sen. Goes all the way down into the corner. Penacchini for the Hawks as he works that one around. Came back out right at the top of the blue line. Kept by Kelsey, set for Watts. Watts tried to get a shot. Just hit a bunch of traffic in green and white and gold in front of the net of Murray. That one again hits traffic. As again, this was Snow from the blue line trying to make an attempt. Behind the Hendricken net, as it tries to be pushed along by Watts. Pops right back out in front. Opportunity slotted through. And that one may have deflected off of the side of the leg of Giuliano and went wide. Penalty expired. And we're back at even strength hockey as both the 10 of Squires and the 33 of Correnti still in the box. On the coincidentals, as that one's going to bounce all the way down and will be caught by Bruzy. So Squires is out of the box. Correnti continues to sit on the misconduct penalty. For Smith. Cross-ice pass for Carter. Down in the zone defensively for the Eagles as they try to pull this one out of the back corner. Gets sent around, tapped up off of the stick of Kavanaugh and over top of Smith. Chased all the way back by the Hawks defense. Carter sends that one around. Through the neutral zone as it's carried by Ferreira. Ferreira, slap for Regine. Regine too high. He had time, he had space, he had it wound up. That one's loose, puck score. Ferreira tapped one. Bruzy made the first save. It sat right back on Ferreira's stick. He sends it home and it's 5-0 Hawks. And for all intent and purpose, with 8.5 left to go, that's probably the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cake that the Hawks have built since the beginning of this first period of the game. 1-0 after the end of the first, 4-0 after the end of the second. Now 5-0 here as we approach the midway point of this third period of play. Smith, Kavanaugh, Ferreira, Carrera, all getting goals this evening for the Hawks. Line changes for both sides prior to this face-off. Coming up to the left side. And they're going to whistle back. Caleri. And they have put the 2 minutes on the board. They 2-minute penalty on the that's been put up on the Hendricken side of the board. Not entirely sure why, because that would be the 10. The 10 would be Ferreira, and he's not in the box. Or no, it's on the home side of the board. So it's actually the penalty to Tucker Squires. As headed the other way, shot and a score! quickly down on a short-handed goal. It's Henry Kelsey. And the Eagles are going to get one onto this one. Kavanaugh. That one's deflected up. It dropped down right before the net. Hit the top side of the glass. Comes back for Grislis. Grislis slots that one over. Trying to fire that one through traffic was Kavanaugh. In the backside, Kavanaugh is going to slot past that one for Penachini. Decided to hold on to it instead. Kavanaugh getting sent left, right, and center. As Penachini's going to go in to help him out. Puck pops out along the corner. Kavanaugh worked that one back. Penachini and Kavanaugh playing a little bit of pitch and catch. And this one's going to pop all the way back out in the neutral zone. Grislis. Grislis collides with Watts. And the puck slides all the way back into the defensive zone for the Hawks. Quick outlet pass looking there for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh's going to dump down. It's going to loop all the way around. Going down to smash on the boards is Caleri. Pops right in front. Caleri's shot, and that one went off of the top of the stick of Bruzy. Penalties are empty. Boxes cleared. And we are at full five-a-side hockey for the final 5 and change to go here in this one. Grislis. Deflection play off of the sideboards. Nardelli. As Nardelli brings that one. Nardelli got slammed into the boards along the backside. Hit may have come from the 22 of Snow. Nardelli and Snow back at it again as that shot came from the 20 of Aiden Kraft. Whistle, arm is up, and an elbowing call coming. And this one may be against Barrington. Or no, it's going to be against the 13 of Luca Basha as he collided with Adam Gorman. Both of them had their arms high. But Basha seemed to be the one that connected with Gorman. And a 2-minute power play opportunity for the Eagles with 5 and change left to go here in regulation. A long road to climb still for the Eagles. They trail by 4. As a reminder, we send you around the Ocean State tomorrow. Smithfield, Pontigansett from Smithfield, 3:15. The Barrington Eagles will be in action again. West Warwick Civic Center tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Burrillville, North Kingstown at 8:30 from Levy. Moses Brown Prout from Lynch at 9. And then Mount St. Charles, Bishop Hendricken at 9. And you can catch all those games right here on Fans Only Sports Network. Just go to Fans Only Sports. It's Fans Only, sportz.com/HS Hockey. And if you're watching tonight's game, that means you have already bought your 22-23 live stream pass, and we thank you for being a part of the Fans Only Sports Network family. If you know friends or family who would want to be able to watch the games and have not yet, send them to fansonlysports.com/HS Hockey. Have them buy their high school season passes, and we will see them tomorrow night's games, Saturday's games, Sunday's games, or any future games in the season. Off the sideboards for Wood. It's pinned in the back corner for Snow. Popped right back out in front. LaBreche had it right in front of Murray. Couldn't turn that one. Back to the blue line again, trying to swing that one around his Hall. Slap pass, popping the water bottle. It's Adam Gorman. It's 5-2. .348 left to go in regulation. Are the Eagles going to try to pull something special off? It would be insane for all things being. We'll pull a Ryan Miller line out for this one. They'll have to score a goal a minute to bring this one back. Not entirely sure that'll work against this Hendricken defense. But here they try to go. Watts with a bit of steam. Watts is run out of the play into the back corner by Owen Carter. Cycles around for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh tries to clear it out of the zone. Pops it up, gets it through the neutral zone. It'll be chased back by Hall into defensive play. Smith across for Carter. Carter deflects that one off the boards, looks for Regine. Regine gets it down into the corner. Nick Regine gets pinned. Puck popped free, slotted out by Carter, and then it got popped up over top. .250 left to go here in regulation. Carter. Watts. Spun around at the blue line was Hayes. Puck got peeled off of him by Ferreira, sent the other way. Back in the defensive zone, Penachini. .220 left to go in regulation. Penachini pins that one in the corner and then kicks to his left side, pulls it out. Wood in the neutral zone, trying to pop that one forward. Was looking to see if he could release Snow. Instead, it's going to kick around the backside boards again. Penachini's going to pick this one up. He's going to work the opposite side with Grislis. Grislis gets run into hard by Lebreche. Puck continues to cycle around in the Hendricken defensive zone. Hendricken's content to see if they can control play here, though, because they'll just run time off. This one's going to come all the way down. Icing is going to get called. We'll get a stoppage of play. 1:34 remaining. Face-off dropped, and it continues to cycle around in the final 90 seconds to go. Poked back out in the neutral zone. Delayed offsides. Negated as Hendricken's going to touch up the puck. Carter is going to cycle that one around. Back up top for the 9 of Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh getting tripped down. No call from the referees as he was trying to reach for one. Was Aiden Pereira. 65 seconds remaining as Carter taps that one off the blue line. This is going to come back into the neutral zone. Smith is going to move this one around for a little bit. Dump and chase. Hendricken's going to make a line change in the last minute to go. East Greenwich, Barrington tomorrow. West Warwick Civic Center, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have that game for you live right here, fansonlysports.com. Mount St. Charles Bishop Hendricken from Adelard Arena tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll have that game for you live, of course, right here on fansonlysports.com. And, of course, you can always watch any game on demand. Just go to fansonlysports.com, click the login button in the upper right-hand corner below our social media icons, and sign in with your high school pass account, and you can be able to watch any game at any time. A penalty is going to get called against the 2 of Cody Wood. And there's going to be a Hendricken power play for the final 25 seconds. Pennicini holding. That comes back out for Gressless. Fires. And a save made by Bruzzi. Tapped back. Gressless. This one will go up into the net after an attempt came off of the stick of the 9 of Kavanaugh from the corner. Kavanaugh on the drop face-off. Puck will bounce around and back up into the netting. The horn's going to sound. They will not blow the whistle for the last tenths of seconds, and the Hendricken Hawks have the win. A 5-2 victory to start the Rhode Island side of the season for the Hawks as they head to Adelard tomorrow night to take on the Mount St. Charles Mounties. For the Eagles, they will drop to 1-1 on the season and head to West Warwick to take on the East Greenwich Avengers tomorrow night. That'll do it for us here from the Abbey at Portsmouth. Thanks so much for tuning in on Fans Only Sports Network. Tonight's game is a presentation of Fans Only Sports Network. All rights reserved. Any reuse or rebroadcast of this game without the express written consent of Fans Only Sports Network is prohibited. For Caroline Niehoff, I'm Matt Gillis. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.